The following contest is a Jack Briscoe 15 championship match. The competitor who scores most falls within the 15-minute time limit will be declared the winner. Introducing first from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 220 pounds, Dean Ambrose.
When I said this was going to be an explosive opener here for this week's show, I was not lying. We have got a Jack Briscoe FCW 15 championship matchup right here, and we just started.
Heck of a way to kick off FCW television with the Unchained Melody himself, Dean Ambrose.
From North Oxford, Massachusetts, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is your Jack Briscoe 15 champion, Damien Sandow.
As we see Sandow make his way to the ring, our current Jack Briscoe 15 champion. I talked to him a little bit earlier today, and he said that he's trying to bring in some new class and new prestige here to the world of sports entertainment, and he's going to do it one match at a time.
Of course, from the moment Damien Sandow walks out of that curtain, there's just a feeling of intelligence, of class. Don't you feel it?
I mean, I can feel it because I'm a man of high intelligence myself, unlike some other people sitting next to me. But nonetheless,
you have some nerve.
Well, I just don't understand maybe the way.
Can we start out the show on a good note?
If we must.
Thanks.
Damien Sandow going up against the rather detached Dean Ambrose.
You gotta love him. I wouldn't hang out with him, but you gotta love him. That Dean Ambrose came out here last week and said, I don't care about anything. No one's gonna stop me. The man said he's gonna take over the world. How do you combat that? Seriously.
Well, I guess you got to do it one match at a time, and what a great match to show the FCW universe that he really means business than to perhaps usurp Damien Sandow and get that medal around his neck.
For all the craziness that is Dean Ambrose, do not ever underestimate his intelligence.
There you go. There's using your big boy words right there.
The guy who was in there with William Regal, got in the spotlight, found a way to get back in the spotlight. Here with Damien Sandow in the Florida 15 title. The guy is always on the cue of what's going to take his career to the next level.
He's certainly earned a lot of respect from the FCW universe after that performance against William Regal. I mean, when he first came in here, very brash, very egotistic. I mean, still is, but maybe the audience, the crowd, maybe underestimated his true ability, and perhaps even William Regal did to a point. But after going through hell and back with William Regal, he's really proved his mettle that yes, he does belong here in FCW.
We all know the Florida 15 match is such a peculiar situation as it comes to strategy because there's so many extra factors to worry about. You constantly have a reminder of the big clock on the screen ticking away. If one opponent goes up by one fall, now you've got the pressure of capturing at least another fall, if not two. So there's so much to worry about besides the confines of just a regular match.
You're absolutely right. Again, to remind you guys at home the rules of this match, whichever competitor scores the most falls, whether it's via pinfall or submission or a DQ, whoever scores the most at the end of the 15 minutes will be declared the winner. And if it's a tie, I believe the tie will go to the defending champion. So,
or you could reach sudden death. We've seen that happen before.
We have seen that happen as well. So really, it's a very tall order here for Ambrose to see if he can dethrone Sandow. Ooh, tremendous club there, and then using the boot to rake across the face. And you know, normally maybe most competitors, when they get something like that, a boot to the face, might get very upset. But I think Dean actually likes that sort of punishment.
But Dean said he could not wait for the opportunity to wear Damien Sandow out. What does that tell you about his mentality? He'd love to go 35 minutes, 45, 2 hours if he could.
But the question is, can he? I mean, when you have to be in the ring for 15 minutes, I mean, a lot of matches won't go that long, so you have to change your strategy, like you said earlier, to
Look at the guy. He's in a different world.
He is in a different world, but fatigue will affect everyone no matter what planet you live on. Right now, Ambrose is really making good work in the corner against Sandow, using that boot right there, cutting off some air, and that definitely has to help in his chase here in a 15-minute match.
Well, when you look at Ambrose, and when you look at Sandow, clearly two distinctive men, two distinctive styles, and Ambrose, look, he'll take on any body part, attack you anyhow, anywhere, to get you down. And then he'll look at you, put his arms in the air, and pretend like he's flying.
Well, this match all sort of came about from last week when Sandow came out on set by himself and made a proclamation that he will beat everybody. Well, I think Ambrose took exception to that and came out later in the evening and said that he wanted to be next in line, and FCW General Manager Maxine putting this together. And again, what a great way to start off tonight's show.
That's become the MO of Dean Ambrose. He constantly is on the pulse of what's hot in FCW. Constantly wants to be in the spotlight in some way, shape, or form.
Whether or not he really particularly cares about being in a spotlight in front of people, he just wants to fight. He just wants to prove that he's the best. I mean, a lot of people will say, obviously, Leo Kruger's the best because he has the championship around his waist. A lot of people have said Seth Rollins is the best here in FCW, the former FCW 15 champion. He wants to go out and say, look, don't forget about me. Don't forget about Dean Ambrose.
This is really a tough match for me. I mean, there's two guys I really like.
How can you like Sandow and his approach and the way that he carries himself and conducts himself?
Because
we see Sandow take a nasty spill.
As I said earlier, Sandow carries himself with class and intelligence.
10 minutes remain. 5 have elapsed.
And that just there, hearing the ring announcer announce you got 10 minutes, automatically you're thinking about how much you're hurting. You're thinking about, oh gosh, I got 10 minutes to do something. That's where it becomes so much more of a thought process just to win this match.
Well, Byron, I gotta keep asking you then, being as you are a competitor and you're going to get back whenever I guess you feel like you want to get back.
Whenever I feel like it.
Yeah. How do you prepare for going 15 minutes?
It's all mental. You don't think about the time. You just think about the goal of defeating your opponent.
I mean, after getting rammed into the guardrail and the apron, just for good measure, Sandow just throws Ambrose right into the steel steps.
The one thing about Damien Sandow, whenever you see him compete, he's a veteran of the game. He knows where he is at all times, and more importantly, he knows how to utilize the ring to the best of his abilities.
Well, utilizing the ring to full extent right now as he's posing to the audience, maybe looking at the banners here that are adorned along the wall.
It's always time to pose.
Yeah, but maybe he wants to get the 10 count here, which would count as a fall for him.
Yeah, now you're thinking.
I'm always thinking.
You fooled me.
Ambrose is fighting hard to get in. We're at 7 here out of the 10 count. Oh! Nice little slap there by Ambrose.
Oh, yeah, you see?
I don't think Sandow took very kindly to that.
Yeah, Damien Sandow, took the official away, looked at him and said, look, I got it. And now look at Dean Ambrose. He's got you all right.
Yeah, now instead of waiting out for that 10 count, that anger is going to keep boiling over, going to bring Ambrose right back into the ring.
Focused anger.
Focused anger. Well, it's served Sandow up until this point.
Oh! And it may serve him with his first pinfall win. There you go.
The score is now Sandow 1, Ambrose 0.
So, folks, after that 1-0 victory here, Sandow's up. We have got to take a commercial break. We'll let you know if any more falls happen in the meantime, but we'll be right back. Welcome back to FCW, right in the middle here. 2/3 of the way done on this Jack Briscoe FCW 15 matchup. And if you missed it earlier, Damien Sandow is up 1-0 after scoring a pinfall victory. securing that pinfall, which letting him be up 1-0. So now Ambrose has got a little more than 5 minutes to come back here.
But regardless of what Dean Ambrose does, he's fighting an uphill battle. And what you didn't see is, during the break, after getting that first pinfall victory, Damien Sandow looked to the crowd and said, "Go home, it's over."
5 minutes remain. 10 have elapsed.
Well, if it holds up for another 5 minutes, as the ring announcer just said, then yes, he will. Sandow at least will be able to go home, still the FCW 15 champion. And Ambrose thought he had something going on, but got cut off right at the leg there by Sandow. Now working him in the corner, shots to the back.
Yeah, whatever is going on in that brain of Dean Ambrose, which may not be a whole lot after these shots, is going to say, hurry, hurry, hurry.
The clock is ticking, tick, 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 and with each passing second, Ambrose is just 1 second closer to not winning the FCW 15. He just looks so dazed and confused at this point. What? He's gestured to Sandow to come and give him more.
Oh, there you go. He's crazy.
Does he understand that he needs to get at least 2 falls right now in order to win?
This is what Dean Ambrose thrives on.
He wants more.
Hit me some more. Hit me some more to get me going. That's what Dean Ambrose is thinking.
Well, this is exactly what we saw when he went up against William Regal, but this is a whole different ballgame. This is the FCW 15. You can't just ask for more punishment. You have to dish it so that you can get a fall of some sort.
Now, this is Dean Ambrose's attempt to wear down Damien Sandow, forcing Damien to exert himself and then firing back.
Firing back, he is going just full throttle at this point. And out goes Sandow. But it's going to be hard for him to score a fall. Again, the seconds are ticking away. He needs to get him inside.
But the momentum, the all-important momentum, is now starting to favor Dean Ambrose because Ambrose is coming alive.
And look how Ambrose just gave Sandow a taste of his own medicine right there, following up the guardrail to apron attack by throwing Sandow.
Remember, all Dean Ambrose has to do is roll inside that ring and the count starts.
And yet, for whatever reason, he wants to continue the fight on the outside. As we see Ambrose now throw Sandow back in. You're right, Byron. I don't understand why he didn't just walk in and get that 10 count.
Oh, you trust that there's some sort of method to this man's madness, and there it is.
Trying to hook up for some sort of submission, but Sandow wisely enough getting to the rope. Ambrose is trying to fight as not only as hard as he can, but as fast as he can, because that time they have less than 2.5 minutes here. Again, Sandow wisely holding onto the rope, trying to waste time.
Going back to having a mental compass. Damien Sandow has a mental compass, knows where everything is. Stay close to the ropes. That's the strategy of Damien Sandow.
Absolutely. Make it slow down the pace, waste time at this point. Oh, is he going to go for that midnight special? Well, it certainly looked like it. Now just shots to the neck and face right there. Ambrose has got to do something. Got to do something quick. He's got him up again.
Again. Advantage. Sandow, because all he has to do is hold on.
And Sandow was able to get Ambrose out of his way, and now going up to the top roper.
Looks like it to me.
Ambrose, I hope that, with all those missing brain cells of his, that he's aware of the time limit here, less than 1.5 minutes. That is not going to help him procure a fall.
And right now, the best effort Dean Ambrose can do is to somehow tie this thing up. But I don't know. We got just over a minute.
What is Sandow doing? He's trying to. It looks like he's trying to untie the turnbuckle.
Must be some maintenance to be done on the ring.
Exposing. You see Kaylee, a ring announcer, say to the audience here, less than 1 minute, exposing the turnbuckle. He's going to DQ.
Oh, come on.
Well, the referee was actually helping out Sandow. He would have gotten a disqualification there and it would have tied
out of the way.
No. He didn't want to get down 2-0. Or maybe he does. Oh!
Isn't that?
As a result of a disqualification, the score is now Sandow 2, Ambrose 0.
that?
That was definitely not smart on the part of Ambrose, but maybe at this point, I don't think he really cares.
Clearly not. Dean Ambrose is just, for all intents and purposes, throwing away his title opportunity.
Sandow 3, Ambrose 0.
Well, no,
He just got disqualified again. He doesn't care.
and as the timer hits 0, Ambrose loses 3-0.
Here is your winner, and still Jack Briscoe, 15 champion, Damien
still not done.
Sandow.
More?
You know, just when you think someone's crazy, they throw you out some more.
Well, you know, who knows at what point before or during the match where Ambrose said, oh, screw it, I'm just going to go and make my mark. I don't even care about the medal. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, should we be this surprised at Ambrose's actions?
Hey, people are going to be talking about Dean Ambrose tomorrow, and ultimately, that's what Dean Ambrose wants.
Just grab the Jack Briscoe medal right there on a almost probably unconscious Sandow at this point after getting rammed into that exposed turnbuckle.
And for added insult,
Really?
Dean Ambrose
Puts on the bow and arrow after being knocked out.
might as well get something out of it.
I mean, Sandow can't even tap out at this point. He's unconscious. I mean, come on, refs gotta let him get him off.
Dean Ambrose is sending a message to everyone that he truly does not care.
Whether or not he wanted the impact of winning a championship or not, impact he did make. Certainly made an impact on Damien Sandow's forehead to that exposed turnbuckle. Folks, what an explosive way to start off tonight's show. We've got a lot more great matches coming up, including that main event between Seth Rollins and Richie Steamboat coming up later. Don't change that dial.